Well, good day viewers and Merry Christmas. Today we have a 2017 Lincoln MKC, and it was brought in because the power door locks don't work. And this happened apparently shortly after the customer pulled the door handle off the passenger side. We had some freezing rain and snow, and it's been kind of blizzardy here for the last couple of days. Now I see they pulled the electrical connector out, but today, after putting it in the shop last night and warming it up, the power locks work. They're locked. We grab the key. Unlock. Lock. They also said the rear lift gate wouldn't close properly and it caused the battery to go dead, so I'm going to try the lift gate. It seems to be working. And close it again. Maybe I got to close it with the button here. Now it looks like this handle is pulled out and it doesn't look broken. So we're going to get the door open from the inside hopefully, and the connector is inside the door here. You may have to take the door panel off to fish the connector out. Well, let's have a look at it. The door handle doesn't look to be broken. These two plastic ears catch on the clip in there. To access this door handle, you remove this plastic piece here, and then there's a, looks like a 7mm bolt that you screw out, and the handle comes off and it just slides out. But there's a connector in here, and that connector has fallen inside the door. That connector attaches to this for the proximity sensor and the touch sensor. He's got a built-in touch sensors in the handle. Put your hand on the door handle with your key in your pocket, and the interior, the power locks will unlock. So I looked in here with a borescope and I can't see the connector, it's fallen down, so I'm going to have to take the door panel off to access that connector. So remove this plastic insert from the behind the door handle here. There's a 7mm bolt back there. I used a pry little hook to catch underneath the back side here and pry it out. Just push in with these two plastic clips. There are a couple more 7mm bolts on the bottom of the door panel. Just remove those. Like they're the same size as the, actually they're shorter than the one on top. The one behind the door handle is a little longer than the ones on the bottom, so keep note of that. And I believe we got to take this switch panel out of here because there's probably a bolt underneath it. Yeah, these screws are a little shorter, so keep them separate. One there, one there, no more. Okay, now I gotta figure out, get the door switch out. So I use a little plastic pry tool and pry up on the bottom of this plastic clip, and you gotta do this with the door panel warm, otherwise it'll break. So you can see there are 3 retaining clips on the bottom of that switch, and there is a 10mm bolt that we have to remove. So once that 10mm bolt is removed from here, there are 6 plastic push pins, 3 on the front and 3 on the back, that is snapped the door panel in. So pry it gently out with a plastic tool. Now it looks like I'm going to have to reconnect this power window switch to roll the window up, because I can't get in through this door panel here. I have to go in from the bottom here. So to disconnect this connector here, there's a lock on it, and this one here from the door lock switch. And I think I'm going to leave the cable attached to the door handle if I can. but I do have to roll the window up.
So use an X-Acto knife to cut the sealant. And the connector was laying down inside here. There's no way I would have ever got that connector by fishing it up. Doesn't look like it's broken, it just pulled the clips off. Safety secondary lock might be pulled off here. There, snap back in place. So let's see if we can get this door handle on. So you need a 5mm socket to loosen this bolt here. I'm not sure exactly how far to loosen it, so I don't think you take it right out, because I watched information where it said just to loosen it to pull the handle out. Now the handle just slides in like so. Let's see if we can. Gotta get a light. Well, I'm having difficulty with this thing. I'm not sure if something got busted or bent when the handle pulled off, because I can't see how you could pull that handle out without breaking it. It doesn't look broken. The service instructions say to remove this screw, turn it counterclockwise 8 turns. It says the door handle should release at about 6.5 to 7, but you have to put it all the way to 8 turns. I tried 8, 9, and I can't get it back in there. Can't see the mechanism from the bottom. I'm up inside here. Yeah, this is turning into a fun job. I got the latch tripped so that I didn't close the door and not be able to open it now. So here's the procedure from Ford to remove the door handle. So it says remove that plastic insert, hold the door handle open, turn the release screw 8 turns. The handle releases at approximately 6 to 6.5 turns. You must continue the full 8 revolutions for installation purposes. 8 turns. Well, I tried 6, I tried 8. Do not pull the door handle out of the door too far without disconnecting the handle from the connector. Now this door handle was literally ripped off the vehicle. I can't see anything physically wrong with it, but something must have happened to the mechanism. I've been trying now for over an hour. So I'm going to have to remove that latch assembly from inside the door handle. I'm not sure what's involved to do that. So I decided to take the driver's side apart so I could see what was different. And now I can't get it back together either. But this one is definitely different on this side compared to that side. Looking in there. Let's go on the other side. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there's 2 ears seem to be bent inside there. But having said that, I can't get the driver's side back together now either. Oh boy, this is turning into a nightmare. Well, I managed to get this side back together. I found that by screwing it out 8 turns, pushing on it gently, and then screwing it in, screwing the screw in slowly while I wiggled and pushed on it, the handle popped into place. I'm trying that on the passenger side now. Well, I found on the other side that if I screwed the screw in while I wiggled this handle, it would pop in. But this side doesn't want to do that. And remember, this handle was ripped off, so something could be bent inside there. I'm screwing it back out again. right there should bolt. I'm going to have to take that mechanism out, but that requires removal of the window regulator from what I can see. So to get that latch assembly out with the door handle inner portion, I got to take this is part of it here. Got to take the window regulator out, which means unlatching the window from the, so there's the plastic clip. You have to pry it in gently, and again you have to do this with the vehicle warm or the plastic clip will likely break. And then I pried it up slightly and stuck a screwdriver under here to keep it from falling. I got to do the same thing with the back one, and then pull the glass up and tape it up into the window channel. So once you have the window taped up in the channel, you can unbolt the window regulator, 4 bolts, and then pull it out of here gently. Disconnect the electrical plug. Let's see if I can get it. That's the window regulator out of the way. Now we can get in here and get at this latch. So there's a Phillips screw here, and then the T20 or T30 screws on the latch. So there's the latch assembly out. There's several T25 screws on the side here, one small one down here, and you tilt it this way to get it out. There's several plastic push pins on the harness that you have to undo. So we're looking at this mechanism right here, that's either bent . I'm going to put this in the vise. Well, I for the life of me cannot see what's bent or broken in here unless this pin is bent going through here. No matter where I put this screw here, it doesn't remove, or it doesn't give me enough clearance to get past this rod. That arm has to hook onto the other side of the, I mean, how did that pull out of there without breaking? Because it's not broken. It's almost like it's twisted. Too bad I couldn't put the door handle on and stick it back on, but it's got to be assembled from the outside because it goes through the door panel. Well, I'm going to study this some more. Well, I'm not sure how this part is serviced, if it's serviced as this assembly by itself or it's serviced as a whole latch assembly. Tried calling the dealer today, and because it's the day before Christmas Eve, I think they're closed at noon today, or maybe closed all day today. They're not answering the phone. I tried to modify this to make more room to get that piece in there, and I'm going to put it back together again and put the door latch back on so the door can be closed, because given the Christmas holidays, it can't be driven without a door, without closing the door. So there's the door back together, window regulator back installed. I'm going to have to order parts for this thing. Clean the fingerprints off the chrome here. Anyways, I hate when I can't fix something, but when everything is molded together in plastic pieces, I tried to put the door handle on again a third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, and I give up. So I'm going to order that latch assembly or whatever necessary to get this piece that's in here that the door handle attaches to. As far as I can tell, the door handle is not broken. I compared it to the driver's side, looks exactly the same. So I'm going to scan this thing, see if there's any codes related to the power locks. I know there's going to be a code related to that driver's door handle. But he said the battery went dead. 2017 MKC. Let's do a code scan. Pre-scan. Key on, engine off. Let me go turn the key on. So I got the key on, engine off. I expect there'll be low voltage codes. Lost communication with seat control module. Missing message. Battery voltage below threshold. He said the hatch wouldn't close, and because of that the battery went dead. Driver up, down, motor feedback, seat control, liftgate, boot, trunk, driver's door, motor, circuit short to ground, not current. And that's it. Lost communication with seat control. Driver's door status correlation. Well, let's do a network code clear. I've got a record of all these. Turn the key off. And let's clear all codes read by code scan. Probably, I asked the dealer about the door handle. It was $250 Canadian, and 4 to 6 weeks to get it. That's the actual outside door handle, but I don't think it needs that. It needs the inner plastic piece. Heads up display. $27 computers. Well, we'll leave it at that for now. There'll be a part 2 when I change that latch.